Cozy English Podcast. Relax, listen, and learn.
Okay, confession time. So last week, I was at the coffee shop, right? And the barista asked me what I wanted, and I said, I'll have a large coffee with, and my mind just went completely blank. I stood there for like 10 seconds trying to remember the word milk. Milk. Can you believe it? And the worst part? There was a whole line of people behind me all staring, and I could feel my face getting redder and redder.
Oh no, the classic coffee shop freeze. We've all been there, right? Hey everyone, this is Cozy English Podcast.
Where we relax, listen, and learn. But today, we're focusing on something that keeps so many of us awake at night. Something that makes our hearts race and our palms sweaty.
Your mistakes. Because here's the thing. Everyone makes them, but somehow we think we're the only ones who mess up when speaking English. It's like this secret shame we carry around.
Right? And Michael, do you remember when you told me about that presentation where you said kitchen instead of chicken for like 5 minutes straight and nobody said anything?
Don't remind me, I was talking about kitchen recipes, kitchen flavors, the best kitchen in the restaurant. But hey, that's exactly why we're here at Cozy English Podcast. Because everyone deserves to feel confident, even when things go totally wrong.
Exactly. And by the end of today's episode, you'll realize that mistakes aren't your enemy. They're not something to hide from or be ashamed of. They're actually your secret weapon for building real, authentic confidence.
Now, before we go further, let's practice something together. Emma just shared a vulnerable moment. Let's shadow her confident way of handling it. Everyone repeat after me. Sometimes my brain freezes, and that's totally normal. I can laugh about it and keep going.
Perfect. Now you try. My mistakes don't define me. They show that I'm brave enough to try.
Beautiful. You're already building that confidence muscle.
So, Michael, let's be real here. What's the most embarrassing English mistake you've ever made? And I mean the kind that still makes you cringe when you think about it.
Oh, wow. Where do I start? Okay, picture this. I'm in my first job interview in English, super nervous, sweating like crazy, wearing this brand new shirt that's probably too tight.
Oh, no, I can already see where this is going. The pressure is real in those situations.
So the interviewer asks me, "What are your strengths?" And I wanted to say I was detail-oriented, but instead I said I was retail-oriented.
No way. Wait, so you accidentally told them you liked shopping?
And then I kept going. I spent 5 minutes explaining how much I love shopping and how I understand customer service because I buy things all the time. I talked about my favorite stores, my shopping strategies. I basically gave them a whole presentation about retail therapy.
Michael, that's actually kind of brilliant, though. I mean, in a weird way, that shows creativity.
The worst part? I got the job. Turns out the interviewer thought I was creative and could think on my feet. She said later that my unconventional approach made me memorable.
See? This is what we're talking about. Listeners, let's practice Michael's confident attitude. Shadow this with me. I made a mistake, but I kept going with confidence, and everything worked out fine.
Yes, Ma, now try this one. My mistakes can actually become my strengths when I handle them with a positive attitude.
You know what, listeners? If you're sitting there thinking, oh my God, I always mess up my words, or I freeze when people are listening to me, or I said something completely wrong last week and I'm still thinking about it, raise your hand, because we've all been there.
Emma's absolutely right. I used to think that every mistake I made was like proof that I wasn't good enough to speak English, like evidence that I should just give up and stay quiet.
Yes, and here's what I wish someone had told me back then. Mistakes don't make you a bad English speaker. They make you human. They make you real. They show that you're trying, that you're brave enough to put yourself out there.
At Cozy English, we believe that your mistakes are actually showing you how brave you are. Think about it. Every time you mess up, it means you tried. It means you didn't stay silent. That takes courage.
Let's shadow that belief together. Every time I make a mistake, I'm showing how brave I am.
And I'm proud of myself for trying even when it's not perfect.
And you know what else? Some of my most memorable conversations have been the ones where I made mistakes and laughed about them. It actually brings people closer together. Okay, let's have a reality check moment here. Michael, what do you think happens in most people's minds when they make a speaking mistake? Like, what's that inner voice saying?
Oh, I know this one. They think everyone noticed, everyone's judging them, everyone's thinking, wow, this person's English is terrible. And now everyone thinks they're stupid or unprofessional.
Exactly. It's like this instant catastrophic thinking. But here's the truth that changed everything for me. Most people don't even notice your mistakes. And when they do notice, they don't care nearly as much as you think they do. They're usually thinking about their own stuff.
You know what's crazy? I started paying attention to native speakers, like really listening. And guess what? They make mistakes all the time. They say constantly. They lose their train of thought. They use the wrong word.
Yes, they say, they forget words. They start sentences over. They say, what was I saying? In the middle of conversations.
They literally do everything we're afraid of doing, but they just keep talking like nothing happened. They don't apologize 50 times or explain why they made the mistake.
Let's practice that native speaker confidence. Shadow this colon. What was I saying? Oh, right. I was talking about, see how natural that sounds?
Perfect. Now, try pathaye. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. Anyway, back to what I was saying.
And here's something even better. When someone makes a small mistake while speaking, it actually makes them more relatable, more human. Perfect speakers can actually feel intimidating or fake.
So if you're listening to this and thinking, but I made 3 mistakes just talking to my neighbor yesterday, or I said good instead of well, and now I'm embarrassed, I want you to know that's totally normal. You're not broken. You're not behind. You're just learning and being human.
This is what Cozy English is all about, supporting each other through the messy, beautiful process of becoming confident speakers. Because guess what? Even confident speakers make mistakes.
Let's shadow this powerful truth. Confident speakers make mistakes too, and that's what makes them real.
And I'm learning and growing, and that's something to be proud of.
Because confidence isn't about never making mistakes. It's about making mistakes and continuing anyway. It's about not letting a small stumble ruin your whole conversation or your whole day.
All right, let's practice this. Michael, I'm going to give you a scenario, and I want you to make some mistakes on purpose. Then show us how to handle them like a confident speaker would.
Ooh, I love this. Bring it on.
You're ordering food at a restaurant. Ready?
Hi, I'd like to order the chicken. No, wait, kitchen.
Sorry, the kitchen.
Oh my God, sorry, I meant chicken. I'd like the chicken pasta, please. Sometimes my brain moves faster than my mouth.
No problem. Happens to me all the time. What would you like to drink?
See what happened there? I made the mistake, acknowledged it with a smile, corrected it, and moved on.
Yes. And notice how he didn't say sorry 20 times or explain for 5 minutes why he made the mistake. Let's shadow Michael's confident recovery. Everyone say, oh, sorry. I meant chicken. Sometimes my brain moves faster than my mouth.
Perfect. Now let's practice the acknowledge and redirect technique. Shadow this. Oops, wrong word. What I meant was,
Great, try this one too. Let me try that again. I'd like the chicken pasta, please.
exactly. I used what I call the acknowledge and redirect technique. Quick acknowledgement, quick correction, then forward momentum.
And did you hear how the waitress responded? She was totally understanding. That's how most people react to small mistakes.
You know what else helped? I made it light. I didn't treat it like a catastrophe. I treated it like a normal part of conversation.
If you're listening and you usually freeze up when you make mistakes, try Michael's approach. Just smile and keep going. Let's practice that energy. Oops! Sometimes words get mixed up. No big deal.
Shadow this confident attitude. I can make mistakes and still sound friendly and natural.
Your confidence will grow with every mistake you handle gracefully.
Because here's the secret. Confident speakers aren't the ones who never mess up. They're the ones who mess up and don't let it stop them.
Okay, it's time for some cozy confidence secrets. These are the game-changing strategies that will completely transform how you feel about making mistakes. And trust me, once you start using these, you'll actually start feeling excited about speaking instead of terrified.
Secret number 1, the so what technique. When you make a mistake, literally think so what in your head. Like seriously, ask yourself what's the worst thing that could actually happen?
I love this. It's like I said kitchen instead of chicken. So what? The world didn't end. The conversation didn't stop. People still understood what I meant.
Let's practice this mindset. Shadow me. I made a mistake, so what? The world didn't end.
And people still understood what I meant, and that's what matters.
Exactly. Secret number 2. Have a mistake recovery phrase ready in your back pocket. Mine is, let me try that again, or what I meant to say was, or sometimes just, oops, wrong word.
Ooh, yes. Mine is, sorry, my brain is moving faster than my mouth today. It always gets a laugh and makes the whole situation lighter. Or I say, let me rewind that.
Let's practice these recovery phrases. Shadow Emma. Sorry, my brain is moving faster than my mouth today.
Perfect. Now try Michael's. Let me try that again.
And this one, what I meant to say was,
Great. Now you have 3 ready-to-use phrases.
secret number 3, and this is huge. Collect your mistakes like trophies. Keep a mistake victory journal.
Wait, explain that more. I love this idea.
Every mistake you make means you're out there trying, practicing being brave. I actually keep a funny mistake journal now. Like, today I told someone I lived in a horse instead of a house. It makes me laugh instead of cringe.
That's brilliant. Instead of beating yourself up, you're celebrating your courage to speak. You're reframing the whole experience from shame to pride. Let's practice this reframe. Today, I made a mistake, and that means I was brave enough to try.
Shadow this. Every mistake is proof that I'm putting myself out there.
And I'm collecting evidence of my courage.
And here's secret number 4. Practice making mistakes on purpose. Seriously, this sounds crazy, but it works.
Michael's right. When you practice making mistakes in low-stress situations, you build your mistake recovery muscles. It's like training for confidence.
Like, try saying the wrong word to a friend and then correcting yourself. You'll realize it's no big deal. Or practice stumbling over words when you're reading out loud at home.
Let's practice this right now. Say this sentence with a mistake on purpose. I went to the store and bought some... Wait, that's not right. I bought some milk.
Your turn. Yesterday was... What day was it again? Yesterday was Tuesday.
See how natural that felt? You're training your brain to stay calm when words don't come perfectly.
Secret number 5. Remember that communication is about connection, not perfection. If your message gets across, if people understand your heart, you succeeded.
Yes. Here at Cozy English, we know that perfect grammar with zero connection is way less valuable than imperfect words with real heart and genuine intention.
Shadow this important truth. Communication is about connection, not perfection.
And if my message gets across, I succeeded.
And finally, secret number 6. Develop your mistake mindset. Instead of I'm so bad at this, try I'm learning something new. Or my brain is processing 2 languages. That's amazing.
Every single mistake is data. It's your brain figuring out how English works. That's actually amazing when you think about it. You're literally rewiring your brain in real time.
Let's practice the new mindset. Instead of I'm so bad at this, shadow this, I'm learning something new.
And instead of I always mess up, try. My brain is processing 2 languages. That's incredible.
Perfect. You're rewiring your thoughts about mistakes in real time.
Time for a bigger challenge. Michael, you're going to give a short presentation about your weekend, but I want you to show us how a confident speaker handles multiple mistakes.
Ooh, this is scary but exciting. Okay, here goes. Good morning, everyone. I want to tell you about my weekend. On Saturday, I went to the beach with my family. We had a really good time.
Listeners, let's shadow that natural pause in recovery. We had a what's the word? A really good time.
The weather was oh wait, sorry, let me start over. The weather was beautiful and we built no, wait. We built sand castles.
Perfect recovery. Shadow that. We built sandcastles.
Thank you. And on Sunday, sorry, I'm a little nervous. On Sunday, we went to my grandmother's house for dinner. She cooked my favorite meal, chicken and rice.
Great. Let's practice that honest acknowledgement. Sorry, I'm a little nervous. On Sunday, we went to my grandmother's house.
And shadow the word moment. She cooked my favorite meal, chicken and rice.
That was beautiful. You paused when you needed to. You corrected yourself naturally. You laughed at your own mistakes.
And most importantly, I kept going. I didn't give up on telling my story just because I stumbled a few times.
Yes. And notice how the audience was supportive, not judgmental. When you treat your mistakes lightly, other people do too.
The key is momentum. Don't let a mistake stop your whole conversation. Acknowledge it, fix it if you can, and move forward.
Let's shadow that philosophy. I acknowledge my mistake, fix it if I can, and move forward.
And one mistake doesn't stop my whole conversation.
And if you can't fix it, that's okay too. Sometimes I just say, you know what I mean, and keep going.
Shadow that backup plan. You know what I mean.
Or, anyway, moving on.
Exactly. Communication is about understanding each other, not about being perfect grammar machines.
You know what you just did there, Michael? You showed everyone listening that you can have a conversation full of mistakes and still sound confident and natural.
And everyone who shadowed along just experienced what it feels like to handle mistakes with confidence.
All right, victory circle time. Let's celebrate how far you've come just by listening to this episode.
First victory. You now know that mistakes are normal. Even we make them, native speakers make them, everyone makes them.
Let's celebrate that. Shadow this victory. Mistakes are completely normal, and I'm not alone in making them.
Second victory. You have 6 practical strategies for handling mistakes with confidence. That's 6 more than you had 30 minutes ago.
Shadow this achievement. I now have 6 strategies to handle mistakes with confidence.
Third victory. You've heard what confident mistake recovery sounds like. You've got models now, and you've practiced shadowing confident responses throughout this whole episode.
Yes, shadow this. I know what confident mistake recovery sounds like, and I've practiced it.
And fourth victory. You know that your worth as a speaker isn't determined by how many mistakes you make. It's determined by your willingness to keep trying.
This is huge. Shadow this life-changing truth. My worth as a speaker comes from my willingness to keep trying.
You know what I'm most proud of? If you're listening to this episode, it means you care enough about your English to work on feeling more confident. That's huge.
At Cozy English, we see so many learners transform from being afraid of mistakes to actually laughing about them. That could be you.
And here's what's going to happen. The next time you make a mistake while speaking, you're going to remember this conversation.
Shadow this prediction. The next time I make a mistake, I'll remember that it's normal and I can handle it.
You're going to think, oh, this is that thing Emma and Michael talked about. This is normal. I can handle this.
And then you're going to surprise yourself by how quickly you bounce back.
Shadow this confidence. I'm going to surprise myself with how well I handle my next mistake.
Because you're stronger than you think, braver than you feel, and more capable than you realize.
Every mistake you make from now on is just proof that you're out there trying, learning, growing. And we're so proud of you for that.
Let's end with this powerful affirmation. Shadow us. Every mistake I make is proof that I'm brave, I'm trying, and I'm growing. As we wrap up today, I want you to remember something. Your English journey is not about reaching some perfect destination where you never mess up.
It's about becoming someone who can mess up and keep going anyway. That's real confidence.
So this week, I challenge you to make at least 3 mistakes while speaking English. And when you do,
Celebrate them. Say, look at me being brave. Look at me trying. Look at me growing.
shadow that celebration. Look at me being brave. Look at me trying. Look at me growing.
Perfect. You've got this.
Thank you for being part of the Cozy English family, where we relax, listen, and learn together, and where mistakes are just part of the beautiful, messy process of becoming confident speakers.
Remember, you're not trying to be perfect. You're trying to be brave. And you're already doing that by listening to this episode.
Keep being kind to yourself, keep practicing, and keep remembering. Your voice matters, mistakes and all.
Shadow this final truth. My voice matters, mistakes and all.
Until next time, this is Emma and Michael from Cozy English Podcast.
Where confidence grows one conversation at a time.
And where every mistake is just another step toward confidence.